Okay, so why did God create mankind? I believe that God created mankind because there was no other life form that was in his image or likeness. Now, angels came close, and I believe that other beings that he created came close, but they weren't exactly like him. So we are the closest things to the appearance and the likeness. And when I say likeness, I'm talking about all of the emotions that come with it. One of the emotions that God doesn't have is fear, but he has all the other emotions. And, people tend to believe that, oh, God's all loving and that's it. And that's not the case. We are created in his image and likeness. God has wrath and anger, and he has jealousy. He's stated that he is a jealous God, that we are not to worship any other gods besides him. So this Adamic race of human beings was flawless. They were immortal. They had supernatural abilities that we cannot even begin to comprehend. They were in charge of the earth. They could communicate with animals. And I'm not talking Dr. Dolittle talking to a guinea pig. I'm talking about like telepathy. Like animals were not wild. They were in charge of procreating, and I believe that there was a very large race of original humans. So God created humans from the earth. As a matter of fact, human stands for earth, man meaning spirit. So we're earth spirits. The bodies that the original humans had were flawless in every way. They did not age, ever get sick, they weren't hurt, and their bodies are what God intended us for all to have. That was God's creation. At the fall of mankind, that was taken away from us. Jesus had that body when he was raised from the dead. And Elisha and Enoch, the two people that were transformed and taken up from the earth. And then us, the worthy believers, will be transformed. And at some point, everyone that has been saved from final judgment will be transformed into these new bodies. And these are the same bodies that Adam and Eve and all the Adamic race had until their fall. The spiritual realm and the physical realm were together. You would see angels walking around on the earth. And it was beautiful. It was flawless. It was just unimaginable. Meanwhile, while all this is taking place, Lucifer and the shadows are observing all of this. And they became very, very jealous and enraged and absolutely hated that mankind was the apple of God's eye. Mankind was living this wonderful life. They were excluded from it. So they set out to destroy all of God's creation. Other worlds also have had to deal with the shadows. And their goal was to take control of the earth and take control of the human race. And they were trying to find a way to destroy what God has created. So they couldn't just walk up to humans. Remember, the spiritual realm was not invisible. And so obviously, if the shadows and Lucifer walked up to humans, the celestial angels would have stepped in and prevented any kind of contact. Lucifer's observance of humankind, he was trying to find a loophole, a way in. He knew that the woman held power over man through sex, and how important it was to both the man and the woman. Lucifer somehow convinced the serpent to allow him to use his body. He spoke to Eve through the serpent. And remember, humans and animals can communicate. I mean, let's face it now, if you have a pet snake and it pops its head up while you're watching TV and says, hey, can you turn that down? I'm taking a nap. You would throw your popcorn against the ceiling and turn the other way and run knees high, screaming in a high pitch out the front door. But at that time, there was nothing out of the ordinary. So he seduced her, basically. And we're not talking sexually. We're talking with the idea of having all of this knowledge. Because humans, the original humans, were unaware of anything evil. They only knew what was glorious and wonderful.